Alright, so welcome YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. Now, I'm starting off with the chicken biscuit and the chicken McGriddle. Now, these are only available at select locations, but you would have to ask your local McDonald's if they have it, but mine is one of those locations that don't have it, but since I work there, I can technically make it myself, but I did pay for it, so let's take a look at what these look like. Alright, so I just chose to put them on a platter because I didn't really feel like wrapping them up in their wrappers, but either way, let's get into reviewing them now. Now, before I do review the rest of the sandwiches, I am going to be using the $2 sandwich coupon on the mobile app, but I know I think there's like a couple that are like $2 and some change, which I won't mind paying full price for those. I think it's like the sausage, sausage muffin and sausage biscuit maybe, but either way, I'm going to start off with the chicken biscuit first. Alright, so overall the chicken biscuit is dry, even with butter on it, but now overall I do enjoy this one a lot, even though it's dry. I would give it an 8 out of 10 for the rating, so let's move on to the chicken griddle. Alright, so overall that one is it has more moisture to it. To me it is a strange combination with the McChicken patty and the syrup that's in the griddle buns, but overall I did enjoy this. I would give it an 8 out of 10, so I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the crispy chicken patty on a bagel, but this will conclude the chicken one. I'm not gonna do it on a muffin, so let's take a look at this now. Alright, so overall there's what it looks like. Now, I wanted the crispy patty on it because it was obviously a bigger piece of chicken, and to me I always like the crispy more than the McChicken patty, so let's review this now. Alright, so overall I'd say the crispy patty itself has the dominant flavor. Now, the bagel had like a good ratio of bread to chicken patty ratio, but overall I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. Now, this turned out better than what I was expecting, but I got the inspiration to do this because my GM told me when he used to work in the southern states at McDonald's that they would put crispy patties on in for the chicken biscuits and stuff like that, but that's how I thought of doing this, so I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the egg muffin. Now, there's two different egg muffin variants. There's a one with the standard one that comes with Canadian bacon, and the other's a sausage egg muffin, but either way, let's check out the egg muffin. We're still in the Monopoly theme whenever while I'm recording this, but there's what it looks like, as you guys can see, so let's review it now. Alright, so overall the flavors combine together well. Now, I want to say the Canadian bacon and the cheese is the dominant flavor in it, but I could taste the egg in it as well, but it wasn't as dominant as the cheese and Canadian bacon. But overall it was decent. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So I will see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the sausage egg muffin, so let's take a look at it now. Alright, so there's what it looks like. As you can see, it gets round egg on it, so let's review it now. Alright, so overall I'd say the sausage was the dominant flavor in this, but I could taste the egg a little, but it wasn't as bold as the sausage with the flavor. But I would still give this an 8 out of 10. So now, I guess I haven't been noticing the cheese either, but it's real faint. I should have said the cheese flavor is real faint as well. It's probably the second dominant flavor to me, so I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, so let's take a look at it now. There's what the sandwich looks like, so let's review it now. The egg in this had some more flavor compared to the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich version that I did, but overall the sausage and the breading brought a lot of flavor. To me they were the dominant flavor in it, but now the syrup and the breading just brought some nice flavors in with this one. But overall I would give it an 8 out of 10 for the rating, so I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit and bagel, so let's take a look at them now. Alright, so there's what the biscuit looks like, so let's review it now. Alright, so overall I'd say all the flavors combined together real well. Now, to me the biscuit kind of had the slightly more dominant flavor, but I would say the sausage and egg was next along with the cheese. So, but overall this is one of the best breakfast sandwiches I've had that wasn't the chicken one, so I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. So let's move on to the bagel one now. Alright, so there's what it looks like. So let's get it reviewed now. Alright, so overall the bagel and the egg had the dominant flavor, which I didn't enjoy this as much as others, just simply because there's more bread to like content ratio, but this wasn't the worst one. This isn't bad either, but I would give it a 7 out of 10. So I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm reviewing the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit and McGriddle. Now, I got like a 5,000 bonus points on the mobile app, so I got the biscuit one for free. So let's take a look at the biscuit first. The folded egg on this, so let's review it now. Right, so overall I think the bacon has the dominant flavor on it. Now, I could taste the egg a little, but it wasn't strong. It wasn't like a bold flavor or anything, but it was still a good sandwich. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So let's take a look at what the McGriddle one looks like. Alright, so as you can see, this has the folded egg as well, other than it's on the griddle bun, so let's review it now. Alright, so overall I'd say the griddle buns had the dominant flavor with the syrup in it, but the eggs, I would say, has the second dominant flavor. Now, the bacon also tasted good, but I felt like the eggs just had more of a presence in this sandwich than what the bacon did. But overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10 for the rating. So I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so YouTube, for this segment I'm doing the muffin and bagel sandwiches, so let's take a look at them now. So there's what the muffin one looks like. As you can see, it gets round eggs, so let's review it now. Great, so overall all of the flavors combined together real well. I do enjoy this a lot. Now, I would have to say the muffin is the dominant flavor along with the egg, but like I said, this was pretty good, so I would give it an 8 out of 10. So let's review the bagel now. Alright, so there's the bagel. As you can see, the bagel is pretty big for it, so let's review it now. Alright, so overall the bagel had like the dominant flavor. Now, there was a lot of like bread in that bite, but other than that, I'd say the cheese is the dominant flavor. I must not have gotten a bite that included the bacon and egg, but overall this is a large like bread for the sandwich. But for the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, I'd say the muffin is my favorite one out of all 4 that I've reviewed for them. So, but I would give the bagel one a 7 out of 10 for the rating. So I'll see you guys in the next segment. I didn't realize the steak, egg, and cheese sandwiches wasn't allowed on the $2 sandwich coupon either. So what I did was I used my receipts from before and filled out the survey so I could use the buy one get one free sandwich on that comes with the coupon. I mean, that comes with the receipt. So that's what I did, was I just paid for full price for one, then got the second one free. So I'm starting off with the muffin and biscuit. I'm pretty sure I chose the biscuit. So let's take a look at the biscuit one first. Alright, so there's what it looks like. I mean, it needs readjusted a little. Alright, so let's get this reviewed now. Alright, so overall this had a decent steak flavor to it. Now, it was more on the faint side of flavors, but it combined well with the biscuit. Now, I didn't really taste much cheese or egg in this, but it could just be that it wasn't like aligned properly on the biscuit. But overall, I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So let's take a look at the muffin one now. Alright, so there's what it looks like. So let's get it reviewed now. Alright, so overall for this one, I'd say the flavors combine together better compared to what it was on the biscuit. Now, this one was more organized compared to the biscuit, but overall I would give it an 8 out of 10. Now, the egg and the steak are the dominant flavors in this, but overall it is more enjoyable for me. So I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so welcome YouTube to for this last segment. I have the steak, egg, and cheese griddle and the bagel version of the sandwiches. So let's take a look at the griddle first. Alright, so there's what it looks like. So let's get it reviewed now. Alright, so overall I think that's the most well-balanced sandwich with the flavor, everything combined together great. To me, I didn't feel like none of the contents or even the griddle patties or buns, whatever you want to call them, overpowered another one. But overall, I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. So let's take a look at the bagel now. Alright, so there's what it looks like. It has grilled slivered onions on it, so that's the only difference between the bagel and everything else. So it was a little greasy, so I'm gonna wipe off my fingers before I review it. Right, so overall the contents of the sandwich tasted pretty good, but I feel like the bagel was the dominant flavor in this. But overall I didn't enjoy it as much as the griddle, but at the same time I don't really like it whenever the bread is like overpowering everything else. So, but it was still a decent sandwich. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So, alright, so let me know in the comments below like what your guys' favorite breakfast sandwich is, and like what you think of, and like what you've thought of the video, and if but I do plan on doing the cafe drinks as well. I planned it out to make it a 4-part mini-series thing, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.